The second oral presentation is a impact of glutamine, zinc, and retinol supplementation on cognitive outcomes in Brazilian children, a prospective randomized double-blind placebo-controlled trial. Dr. Soria, Calzun, Pampona, Fitzgerald, Guerran, and Lima.
Yeah, sorry that Dr. Reinaldo Oria could not come and Michelle, so I have to take the responsibility to show you this data. So as many of you know that enteric infection and diarrhea disease can cause malnutrition, and also malnutrition can increase the risk for diarrhea disease and enteric infection. Although these vicious cycle is very well known for more than 2 decades, the physiopathology of these vicious cycles is not completely well understood. We have shown recent and other group too that diarrhea disease early in life can decrease fitness and cognition function, and this can actually increase the risk for complication in these children growth. We would like to see if there is any nutrient that can prevent or decrease the impact of diarrhea disease or malnutrition on the cognition function of these children. In the last more than a decade, we have shown data that early diarrhea disease can impair cognition function and also impair test of nonverbal intelligence done by Tony 3 test, and impair semantic but not phonetic fluency in these children in northeast of Brazil. More recent, we show some genetic polymorphism of apolipoprotein E4 that can actually protect these children for this impaired cognition development. And that's showing that there is some genetic risk factor for this risk of impacting cognition function. So today we have a major objective to evaluate the effect of nutrient, and we select 3 major nutrients: vitamin A, zinc, and glutamine on child development. So this is a field study, and the location was close to our laboratory, and the population of this area is around 10,000 inhabitants, and children less than 8 years old was 15%. So the cohort of this, the total cohort was 324 children. This is the area, and the protocol design we can summarize in this slide. The consent and all the trial was ethical approved, and before we start treatment, we had this consent form, nutritional measurement, and the intestinal permeability test done, collect stool and blood sample, and the intervention was done with vitamin A or placebo, which we choose vitamin A. We have first dose and second dose 4 months, and the last dose was 8 months. Zinc was done twice a week or placebo. Diluent placebo was done twice a week, 40 milligrams each dose, so 80 milligrams per week. And glutamine, we choose to start at 1 month of the follow-up, so using placebo, glycine, and we done 2 weeks treatment for glutamine or placebo. So the cognition test, we just get this evaluation, was done 4 years after we start this treatment of these children. So here's the flow of the study children on this test. So we start screen 324 children. We got randomization of 314. So at final, we could get 167 children done this test. And as you see, there is nutrient placebo, each nutrient alone, and the combination of these nutrients at the final measurement. This table summarizes the data on the baseline demographic and characteristics of the studied children. We have age, age at the cognition test, time between the tests, and percent of female birth weight, maternal education, family income, and all of this data, we do not have difference between this group tested. This is the continuation of these data, showing here nutritional parameter, and at the beginning of the study, we didn't see any difference from these Z-score measure at the baseline, except for the weight for age in these three combination of the glutamine, zinc, and vitamin A, which was different from the placebo for weight for age Z-score. So we have done 5 cognition tests, and we're going to concentrate in only these 3 which become part significant. This is the score on these 3 tests: verbal learning, delay, verbal learning, and verbal fluency. As you see, there is only significant association with the combination of glutamine, zinc, and vitamin A compared to the placebo. There is an increase in the score for verbal learning in this intervention study. When you look for the gender, if there is any influence in the gender, we could see that female, it's the influence this significance so in this intervention combination of this nutrient. Male did not get significant. We actually control for adjust for several covariant in this analysis. So the conclusion, we can say that the combination of glutamine, zinc, and vitamin A provide gender-specific improvement in verbal least learning tasks in these children. And the glutamine, zinc, and vitamin A alone or in combination, 2 by 2, did not improve child development in this intervention. So I think we may have to pay attention to some nutrient treatment to prevent the influence of this diarrhea or malnutrition in cognition development in these children. For these, I think, pilot, the first study, we can say that maybe we have some potential for use some of these nutrients in combination, or maybe alone in high sample size to see some of these preventive effects. We'd like to acknowledge the Brazil team, and this is the field team. We have the nurse and healthcare work who go daily at the field station, and the University of Virginia, who has been collaborating with us for more than 30 years. And Dr. Richard Garrett is back over here. He's our major international collaboration in this program. Thank you very much.